Democratic Congress NDC amanyukuno akachia sabre de information bi eboboba efa eye mrashebedwani edema eye koleklote abato empeswaso metre eye Zanetor Rawlings wono ene the founder of the National Democratic Congress ne baba kwa wono nso edaso eye active governance emu now NDC aban eba eye power mu that is 2025 January 7th yes where President John Dramani Mahama in our name ne appoint friend saying ministers and CEOs ni ade a woni omo be ye adwuma no Zanetor Rawlings ya antini din ewumu na ebeye a lot of conversation to the extent say mashebedwafie kra minority leader in parliament metre era afenyo markets ekoka ho asem my be some whole lot of issues ewo hono na me ne wo kase de empopoye a eba ne etwemu say the defense minister position, though vacant but not vacant because you were acting defense minister that happens to be the current finance minister, Dr. Kaisley Ato forcing ye chiremwa sa position no as a defense minister no it is likely say inimanimi ya no ye betena ye President John Dramani Mahama wa appointed Zanetor as the defense minister. Now Albert not hide abibrina nim ne say bongo ideas or no ebetro sansem way when the X handle, and as you can see on the screens or says Zanetor Rawlings to be named as the new defense minister by President Mahama in the coming days. Other key underperforming ministers will be reshuffled or removed. Congrats to the woman king. In some way and na ye bongo ideas edibetu jwa wo twemu say Emretia weye da yenimu no the likelihood of Zanetor Rawlings being named as the defense minister no enche yebete ho empopoye ana yebete ho asem na de toaso no ene se Eyemra shebedwa sebe asoafo a wo mo eda ahweye ahodo na no a wo mo embo mo homode na ebi wo honom a yebesesa wo mo ede wo makwa ahweye foforo anase ebi no mo ho nso a yebeyi wo mo afri honom completely a bongo ideas ede ababetum bontin. So on your screens is another tweet from Berry ono nso etwemu say sealed Zanetor is our new defense minister waiting for the final announcement. Note, I broke the first just in 2025 and the confirmation as well. Congrats madam into onunso trema 2025 yen kai ahwefo yaw ebra Dr. Omane Boama ana we defense minister then together with other compatriots wo mo etu kwan a wo mo helicopter no ekonya akwanhia wo mo nyina efri mu no na wo de betu just said the likelihood of Zanetor being the next defense minister no very very high and as I say bongo ideas are becana berry. So as I basis so there is even a subtle poster the general secretary de National Democratic Congress yera fifi quoting so sometime and I say within the week I no supposed team or no any Zanetor picture which will be say oh nyame emre pass wo twenya ade ye wo dia no ebeba be doing same ade ye wo dia ba be doing same. This is because somewhere in the appointment period no ye who say amount for na wo mo tag Zanetor pa for the defense ministry position and e kodi yero mane boama. So some of their sessions say based on that no e bia nsem ana fifi kwete patron no. Now on your screens is a tweet from a post made by Dr. Zanetor Rawlings. So say it was an honor to be called upon to serve as a resource person for the workshop on parliamentary oversight of security and intelligence organized by the National Security Council Secretariat. The discussion underscored the importance of ensuring that parliamentary oversight strengthens national security while deepening democratic legitimacy and public trust. Our law must stand the test of time. It must pass the litmus test of international best practices. It must be fair whether you are in government or in opposition. It must protect the rights. So we and some Zanetor Edibetro. I mean we know Zanetor to be part of the security in parliament or so eka hubie. So basically right now in semwa eba no HSA Zanetor Rawlings Sabrede, she is likely to be elected and to be appointed as the defense minister. Not just say Dr. Kingsley Atuforsen will stop acting as the defense minister. Now afe Zanetor is going to take over. So said they are with time we are going to see how it's going to unfold and all that. So the appointment of Zanetor Rawlings as the defense minister in Ghana. Now in other news yekopiemu Rwanda minimum Sabre Rwanda has been tagged as the first African country when we start to say kasa produce weapons, make weapons and make a tool armor cars near the idea Rwanda mine emu. Now there is a tweet the two screens so the amawa right now with say Rwanda is far ahead most of the African countries with regards to production of ammunition, because in him say most of the African countries nema you use so, and I said the ammunitions we use are rifles, pistols and all that yakra edifi amanone. But Rwanda now ukopiemu honoma, they are producing their own ammo cars and rifles any idea. From African Today Media Group and our Mutwiti or say Rwanda is one of the few African countries that has begun local production of weapons, including military vehicles, firearms, ammunitions, and drones. This marks a major step in strengthening its defense industry and making Ghana Africa a continent that doesn't depend on Westerns. This is the tweet. HMC say the Rwanda one of the African countries sabre omashase omankasa omu etuo drones ammo cars any ade no beboa Rwanda for no omatimi ahye womo bambo hu nse omatimi ahye muden ebeboa. Now nhwehwemu ache se ukopie mu Rwanda the company in charge for the production of these ammunitions Rwanda Engineering and Manufacturing Corporations Jumeku a womoten somewhere 2018 Rwanda onimu Kigali and womo together with Israel Weapon Industries and omashase womo manufacture womo ankasa omo weapons. So Rwanda for womo de omontoma akwakobo company bi Israel womo din Israel Weapon Industries womo ne omo ashase manufacture. This on your screen so say some of the armor vehicles and pistols near they omo producing them and go screens. Now some of the firearms rifles, pistols, snipers, armored vehicles and drones they said they can. Now when you look at the production air cost amount for bebre said this is a smart move from the Rwanda government, hence the Rwanda Defense Forces the security agency Rwanda Rwanda womo mechanic womo bambo hu ensem so no if they are producing their own ammunitions, armored vehicles, drones, any idea not just say idea ebeboa Rwanda mine in terms of going to export all this any idea from other Western countries to their countries. Say they are not importing again though. Niema womo the production nhwehwemu HSM some of the equipment and as a mechanic say raw products production near the end they are still importing some from other countries but imported by say na going through the process and the procedure to produce this armor vehicles any idea amount for chim said this is really a great move. Some countries, some African countries are really on their A game to stop depending on the Western world. Now, so we have some other countries we are still depending. Target Ghana say and a report, one of the reports we brought, we're talking about the fact that Ghana has signed a partnership with EU, and to think that they've even brought us drones and motorcycles and all that, while some countries are seriously building for themselves. Ghana and some other countries there, we are still there depending on the Western world. The beach said this is a smart move by Paul Kagame and the Rwanda government for taking such an initiative to start producing their own firearms and equipment more security. So this is what is coming from Rwanda. Sabride amount for Basubodie ama womo. Now, in other news, Menowoka say Yepiemu the new patriotic party NPP amanyoko no akachia. There is a controversy and mentimi wasi bi eba yechemu say allegedly Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yenim said previously in 2024 when nipa odene ye and running mate Napo ane. Now after Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was elected as the flag bearer, calls were coming for he changing name running mate near the idea bisi obese san bisi on se san near there. And today asokwa womomra shebedwani mame Patricia Apiaje what in sembia baba tuja na ensem odi tuja ne na ama for edwene say is something going on Kululu MPP mu of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia changing running mate na, because from the look of things ne say bibi sanko so why would this woman come out to say what she's saying? Now what is Patricia Apiaje saying? Na say ma work nyina ne say akonya ne beda ho say yemfa running mate fofra and I say man the opportunity and I say slots ne bedawa. She wouldn't mind being the running mate. Say wobeye ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That means that she's ever ready, standing grandin and yankasa say no ebejina say running mate ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now Patricia PJ she has served as a deputy Ashanti regional chairman and to wish minister to wish the role she has played before now oba out, and she's still active in parliament as the Mrashebedwani for Asokwa now man for James or this and same we are better journey there. Not just say maybe it is likely said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to elect a new person, and I say another person aside Napo as a running mate, which has sparked a lot of conversation or internet so as I be the amount for Jim say not just say you bet me the second vice president of Ghana from the NPP if Bawumia should win, and this woman should be her running mate, and then so discussion kososa internet so ni Patricia PJ akasa ebusuan watch mu say the minority which is the NPP ayeni mo now say you also kasapa no more press conference and they are addressing this issue and they are addressing that issue and all that. Amount for Philly said they have nothing doing and omuye they do. Chem said there is a reason to the fact that MPPs are on their A game and they are on the incumbent government highlighting issues here and there. No, there is a reason to that. Now, what is the reason? Wachre ninsemwa yebeko na yakwakuti nsemwa wono akasa editum bonten so yeba yebeto aso.
Se parliament boko dia.
Oh, parliament de beka se boko. Ebi se de man ye boko ni se ya krado. Meka ya meka edom kuma. Say we be hold the government feet to fire.
Yeah.
Ne policies ne emirates what they adwuma ne neema no. And don't na say no ko ho adwuma ne betumi aye. Enye say they do. Sana was opposition etna no. Em say Ghana opposition no. Yatna aye emirate. But sana was opposition was ye mayor ni da ho. Yeah, examine bibia said the AC ban near to me, my man for no crew. Into the air no credit, ye be pay mark. I say, basso. I was so say, your boy by a basso was hardly we see. But the MYN na yaka ho
I
asɛm.
am a man for some common moment. Say a man be na ya minority won't tante say minority bo aban ba so say abaye tu anamo bia. Time bia no bone no na ya na the opposition no esum.
Are you sure say sanity? Ebia na yeso they be a sensational news. Enti de Rebecca yebabo abaso de bia na do de want. But the Rebecca sensation ama di pe hu se obi ani abre. Ebia eno na konesa. Enti time abansha say o tutu ne niema ama foreign exchange. I conform or tutu niema te fuel so. You know, I can say a good move for some time now. Ababa bedrusa, a good move. But near you when they say, Sanya win fiscal discipline, name won't kick out one yano. It was said to me, my brabo, and I are certain a conanim. By you one is idea, I can't say, I dare not abana abanis. Sa aban ya yire no ho ama exchange rate ekofo ene ma ekoto firi ama na ni nyina na chese ne bo ekofo enso so obekodo nye sa na story ne tie enti na nkyere se ye bo abaji ade bi asi anti ase enim enti e wose ehwehwem ne ehu sa de na ama na ba ne sa na aban so so atu ho anamo but mo nka se ye criticize ne keke no.
Abusia eye mame Patricia Apieje eye MP for Asokwa na yetie ne nsem a wode etudwa na wotwe ma amanfo nsem a wo mo eka edifa minority ne wonse wo mo de sesei wo madane wo mo ho conference calls eye ya no mo frɛ ye press conference no enye sa enetie but then they are trying to highlight some of the things that are going wrong in the reign of President John Dramani Mahama. Enti ade ni nkoyi a omuntimi ntina ho inform nsanhye omudem film sa keke. It has to be addressed and something needs to be done about it. Enti yes bi omo hwehwe faults and flaws but they have to be there. I mean we share the governance document muni ade a and we always have to have somebody neni ade mu pinching a wo hwem say watchdog visa and it is MPP before than watchdog o mo hwe de ekoso ewo the governance of the NDC no emu. Now in view of that she raised some concerns about the fact that uko na batom peswaso which is Asokwa wo no ene emrahye bedwani wo honoma MC a wo honom no NDC ni ena MP a wo hono MPP ni, and you can imagine how the work is going to be like an NDC MC and an MPP MP. Sebe ejuma ne bekoso ana enkoso. Eno na all address issues ne say is a whole lot with the MC because MC you know wotimi si gina ye bia sebe wo no kra wo ye mrahye bedwani wo honom no oni mo hwe. And to think of the fact say at the end of the day no she has been in the constituency for a very long time. And it will be just healthy say omumienu beka omutia bom despite political differences ye beko na yakotie ehonso said there obi ebie nsem nani so ede efaye
relationship with the MC you know to say because never ni go hon anko ye na say usu hu e bia anko abo amane say waye we the MC
oya de on onemen kan ho asem kese but me ko assembly eje mete the echo but normally MC woni one mistake they make is say officer party or opposite side but he doesn't realize that the same people never to Abama into one performer they will mind you
o say only wouldn't come on project be
project be or name made the home commoter or person even legacy project but me
our boy man say legacy project you have better
abebo assembly amane but yeah legacy project and share that no so sir what they say and share that no so sir
do need say on consider in the most of
Obama amane but on menwene that's the difference.
say na nka no so e na say bibia nko no odwene ho
o say
nka bibia no odwene ho
oh o de medwene ho abebo apa because me matra constituency the muache and I minimum priorities but it looks as if we are program to just prove certain points it's an ebebado what I say yeah because me am hey me common fan last year the nyina be see there even kakra me dey akoto mu say yen release ma me mfanya ne ma bi kra no up to now me hu enkoso yeah that's where we are at the moment.
To me access a common fund.
To be access because there be a first yes coordinating director ni ho and we ni ho me fi say to me a fit dragging
because if you are all the onsaka what the be
me dey na me
no say they are
but be me the autocrat so yeah common fan ye nyi ni sa akeko
no I understand but me point is say ebia who feel say onsaka what the be adwuma constituency enti na bia omo drag omo feet on that so they be a bit delay so that you don't make any impact.
I really don't get that approach is so I don't know. And ya me go anso na me complain you it's so everywhere na I Ghana for yare. Your time on so sa na the other side almost so complaining. That is the reality on the ground. But media me feel say oh boy asokafo na yesu mo o de enya Ghana nyina nti wo boa ma asokafo hu na daachi bibia na o mahu mobo so
Patricia PJ Asokwa MP NIT in Sema wodi tuja with regards to a relationship when the MC no ewo the constituency honum well a month for bebre chemu say the talks are a lot. You don't expect MPP ni NDC betimi akabo musa but maybe for the sake of the growth of the constituency no womo ebetimi akabo mu aye adwuma aboa ama eye constituency no akonanim. Now let's move on to other issues ekoso ewo Ghana kodrim ha mene wo kase ide enche ye bia na enkomo twetwe beto emonten so ebusia efa the renaming of the Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. Na nano yehu se ye de signage no akobo hogo yi say Accra International Airport na say finally the name has been changed. Now eno ena mene wo kase private lawyer anidin Ede Austin Bracco Powers sabe de wedwane atoa the Supreme Court of Ghana wo kwakosu empanimfo na wo hwe rate ni mu a defendant no the attorney general na chese wo gine mu the ama the republic and plaintiff no yenua be ma na say lawyer Austin Bracco Powers na ni nyina mu no opa kire say na anu ada all of a sudden that's sorry yeah NDC for starting as a rumor getting wo mfidie no so say yes sa KIA to AIA no na eno na say be sorry omwetimi aye ne pepepe de amaye na wo chemu say the change of name no one unconstitutional na che say wo mo anhwe emra ni manase wo mo angina Ghana emra no amfanye the change of name nyina yinim say Ghana hanum say emra kakraka chechire ye nyina ye ho aye de adwuma the 1992 constitution wo hwɛ mo a every sector bia wo mo ho nsem wo mo amra bo mo ho ban ne so wo nti wo kire ma ye unconstitutional. Secondly o chemu say it lacks parliamentary backing na che say ansa na sabe nsakraye ni we betimi akoso na nke wo say efamra hye bedwafie ma omubobo ho eto ho aba etena se dwendwen ho ansa na omaba abontene aba bekase wo mo sesa din na se prekope de omufiti putupuru mu ekosesa edin no emfamre mu ena afen so no amfamra hye bedwafie enti yegitu mu a enye yi wo chemu say wo hye constitution ni mu a ye wo General Kotoka Trust Decree NLCD 339 of 1969 na ewosenka omutimi eko no moko amende that particular section of the constitution no ansa na omatimi akoso ayeden asesa di na nso omanye ne de yagitu mwenye ye nto o chese court emfa injunction ento case ne so and I said the change of name no said the beya they can't even continue with anything na ebia nkrata asem ni bibi e wo so signage ni de mo de akobo yetimi sisa but ebia nkrata asem ni niema bi e wo so omoye no e wo se court the injunction eto so said the beya they can't continue and also e wo se opese court decree say the change of name no it is null and void na che say enim bibia say ni ho na afei so mpeso mo sese edin ne dia enko na enko for the right process and I said the right procedure mu na yenyina yenjintum se enye sa de a ene wo kosu meka ne say aban on that step wo mo eteki with regards to the change of name of the Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. Intimini o ka say there asem no akwakopie mu e wo Supreme Court ye hwe ba bia Supreme Court ebe de nsem ne befa as to whether asem no ombeji atumu no ma proceed e de injunction no ato ho ana so say asem ne ye bebo agu ni nyina ejina Supreme Court ne so asabre de ye nyina ye bedi ensem nechi na ya hwe the outcome of it feedback bi ebeba no ebusia ye hye mo bo se ye de ebeba be sum now on the minority caucus for no akache ne sabre de wo mo friends and chofo nhemu asem ani ye kan sese ya ise omo de 2 minutes bia se o me friends in central phone nhemu de no wo ma friends central phone nhemu na wo ma asem a wo mo kenyina eyetiawa wo mo kirema NDC amanyuko ne ba ya ade ba kwa mo ma yeti ase ne se road toll toll ya yetuatua wo toll buta hodo ya MPP for ebeyi free wa mo temu se mo de e-levy aba ama e-levy no cover de ni ade say wo mu chemu say NDC for wo madada Ghana for ache musimu di to beba to ne mada and ade ba ko a to no serve edema Ghana for and say sa to no mo gigi a wo mo edisiesie akwan ahodo a ewo Ghana nkronkro ene miayembiaye so ente say akwan siesie enkoso de na chese sikeni ho so de na chese e-levy a yetwem levy we a yetwem na say new system amose mo de ba ama ye de dwuma based on to a ye bejeje no eno ewo hemfa a wo mu bi say NDC for say ni mani me ya wo meyi ano na Ghana for ente wo mo ho ase enkotie se de mo nsem we etudwa.
On this issue of road tolls, it is important to set the record straight. The previous administration of the new patriotic government suspended the collection of road tolls with the clear objective of modernizing the system, transition from manual collection to a more efficient technology-driven framework. At the time the MPP left office, plans were far advanced towards the reintroduction of modernized road tolling, including the development of an electronic toll collection. Indeed, a concession agreement had already been laid before the last parliament as part of the process to operationalize the new system. The current government strongly criticized the previous administration to suspend the road toll collection and promised Ghanaians that road tolls will be reintroduced under a new framework. However, upon assuming office, the NDC government has truncated this process, effectively halting the process that had been made. As a result, 15 months into the current administration, this promise remains unfulfilled. There has been no visible commencement of the process to reintroduce road tolls, despite earlier commitment made to the Ghanaian people. This continued delay raises questions regarding the government's policy consistency and revenue mobilization strategy for road maintenance. The failure to continue and complete the modernization process has not only delayed a critical revenue stream, but also raises questions regarding the government policy consistency and revenue mobilization strategy for the
Yeah, the minority in parliament and I could in sema or more editor Jomo Trema ye every ho sebe say no to now or more engine no edit or however in terms of a Ghana you see kasem ehwa bibia dia dance ye say NDC foi anasa ban yo mo so yi wo mo kasa wo mo enni so because mo na mo be kan nti afi aden e de na che say policies ahodo a wo mo be kan ye ema ye hu ye no sebe the budget reading you be say you are allocating this particular amount near the end won betimi aye because omo ba ban mu no ebro afini and so still na wo mo entimi endi wo mo ensem eso enti ye hwe de be pie mu aba e wo sansem we eso ni nyina mu no eye osoafo a wo hwe eye enyinam kanea ho ensem so eye yewra John Abujinapo. What in Sembia Babetu Dwa efa the use of electric vehicles Ghana Prodium Hanum say is an say no enibie eba na ye kwaye nimu no na chese say no cars a wodo aye de petrol ni diesel ni ade gumu no ebinum aja use so say omu use electric vehicles a say utwi kakra na wakọ plug ni ade wakọ ni a charge ama na no na oche mu say charging port a wodo no say wo kroma na pese okosi charging port e de be charge eye vehicles a ene together with the transport ministry no wo mo come ho abom e wo say mo be je permission from ho because untimi mbesi charging port a e be affect eye kanea ewo kroma because omo mpe the situation a oba kosi port nbe wi a start say o charge cars no na light dundum ewo brone so na say power na air consuming no edoso de ma eye brono a wo so na say be affect Ghana kroma ni na Ghana man ni na ye kanea wonsem de a ene nya de omo epene so de ama ono akasa to nanum tu a kire nsem ni mu yentie se de o kire nsem ni mu fai.
So the Ministry of Transport is responsible for transportation, no doubt about that. The Ministry of Energy's concern is that these vehicles are consuming electricity and they are having a significant impact on the stability of electricity supply, particularly in urban areas. And the Energy Commission, under my leadership, is already formulated an LI. So if you want to establish a charging station, you must have approval from the ministry through the Energy Commission. You can buy whatever vehicle you want. We have no problem with that. That's a Ministry of Transport issue. But if you want to connect it to our grid or establish a charging station where people will come and charge vehicles, you would need some permission from the Energy Commission, because then we would plan that which vehicles are you going to be charging? What will be the capacity? What will be the rate of charging? What amount of power are you going to consume? Is the transformer in the area able to accommodate your charging station specification? So that we are not going to be witnessing what I talked about, this sudden surge in consumption when they establish these vehicle charging stations. So that is where we'll be focused on. But we'll be working in collaboration with the Ministry of Transport so that the data they even have, and even the ports authorities and the DVLA, once you begin to know the kinds of vehicles that are coming, and very soon you are going to see trucks being deployed in the system using electric charging systems, and they really consume a lot. So if we don't regulate it, what we are going to witness is that we're going to see transformers tripping off and getting damaged because of some of these interventions. And so it's good that we coordinate. We encourage that, but let's coordinate it, let's regulate it.
Ebusia Abujinapo, honorable, our Minister for Energy and Green Transition. And I think in Sema where they etu giant charging port ne obetimi ayo nanso obeya agise okojin krata permit sebi ombe cheki cars a obe charge ni ade ansana omo amausa to me no se kona kosi charging port a de be charge amount for cars ane ewo ehonom enti se say de baby edro no mo ampese mo charge mo going to the business of building charging ports for electric vehicles no and some a Ministry of Energy eho eba eno no now yen free nsem we eso na ebusua yen kopie mu e won nsem foforo so de a se nsem a etwe go internet ne so ene se by 2028 de na MPP amanyuku no na egu completely because of Johnson Asiedu Nketia esan se me na okase de e wo Bunu East manto no emu no nsemo a ekoso wo ho no emu oremo papa esan say if you would attest with me Johnson Asiedu Nketia is on a spree meaning say if it is because of ambition tete allegedly say he wants to be the president, the next president after John Dramani Mahama no, and also say because he still wants NDC to be popular to the grassroots, but he's going to places or come in grassing meeting with the grassroots any idea. No they copy mo Bunu Easter. Ede asem kese aba amanfo chem se betimi egu NPP amanyuko no ama no ayeye sanse o mu chiremu a kwa okoye no che say we winnie MPP for to the extent MPP for craft from members they don't get them. What is really happening? Yenko tie ensem a MPP Bunu East chairman Ibrahim Baba Buhari abebre na friend say game changer what they atoja with regards to this issue yeba ebeto aso.
Bunu East, God is my witness. I said, look at here, had come to spend 1 good week in my region, visiting villages. So I told my regional chairman, then let's invite our chairman too to come, so that at least we can also do same. 2 days, we resolved and told our chairman to go back. We started from a town that is the last in Bunu East getting to Savannah. We call it New Lunguru. Then the first town of Savannah coming to Bunu East is Bamboy. We got to Savannah, New Lunguru. The town was dead. Nobody was there, including the chief. Where we were going to have the program was completely empty. What you will see there were pure water rubbish. So I asked the coordinator, what is happening? Did you not tell them our chairman is coming? They said, we have made announcement on information centers for the last 3 days. So we had to call the chief, who is a teacher. He came in just a smock, a trouser, and 1 person. Then the Zongo chief and imam came with 3 other people. They were just 7 at the high table. Then our polling station executives were there. The people were not up to 45. Our national chairman is visiting a constituency where that town has 4 polling stations. So I asked, then where are the people? They say Kia has loaded 15 different trucks, Kia, to Bamboy, because Asiedu Nketia is coming there. Everybody is going to look at him. They want to see who is General Mosquito. 15 trucks, MPP, NDC, neutrals. Everybody is going to look at Asiedu Nketia. Bono East.
Abusia, that is a game changer or no, and a Bono East, a year or more chairman, Emma NPP Amanyukuno, and a watcher and a Kosemwa. Atono ewo Bunu East because of Asiedu Nketia nipa bakuya endutie nensema wo Canada de na wo pache nyina ne se Asiedu Nketia bepiem wo Bunu East a wo bo apro na wotwe baaku mu na wo hye se de ade ne kono so ne ma yeso ye ma ye chairman so nye de emra ye MPP chairman emra MPP chairman ba ya ye frefre Mumro ya announcement na nam yense ne mumro edruwa obi ani ho pure taroba nkwan na gugu fam ho na che se wo so mo a pest chemicals bi enya nkrofo kra na omu enu 47 enom chem se Asiedu Nketia is doing a lot. They all ye na che se he's gaining his grounds at the grassroots level. As we are saying and thinking, no, the likelihood say obey leading in the National Democratic Congress, or more primaries are more be for the flag bearership race in the betimi aye high because baby a walk kokoko no according to nsemo game changer can na just say Asiedu Nketia is really working back doors among James way there the rest of the competitors are on your mobile call in the primaries a omo beye for the National Democratic Congress no e was omo show omo sapo mu nso den papa e bi kwa chem say this shows that the man is really strong and fit as compared to nsemo amanfo ka say oh na say edu nketia de oye den beye president ewo Ghana. How on what grounds this man is old, he's weak. Some are even comparing him to Tinubu. Say oh we the obey Tinubu's twin near the idea. No Jim said that is not what it is because he's really working at the grassroots level. Ninyi on the NDC's case, onipa ba kwa sebe wone de as a NDC administration way no ensem no ye de soa no kutu to support no Sami Jemfi, CEO of Gold Board. Now Sami Jemfi ni cases are aba out in recent times na busuya dosom mama party die ye buy ye wache dollars ni dey ye better say yes wakoto Range Rover B just some few days in office wako eno so be scandal and recently one standogbe omunso omu issue with procurement of the creation and arrangement of offices ye chesike komunya de no so me no ka say there is a different scandal eno so pop up ye chiremu a acquisition of vehicles say ye de contract emma ejumekuo bi na womo ede cars abre Gold Board form betimi ede ayom rounds ayomo adwuma no ene womo chem se sika botia Gold Board for ejina so ede sa contract na mano ye gitumuti ase a enyeye ase bibi ewomu enti wey every Gold Board for her and na cause this whole conversation on the internet. Now please you men na o share ensemo a eba o se Gold Board Ghana Gold Board inti na chese Gold Board Ghana Gold Board inti omo ho ena a free ba na oba se o se notification of award procurement of vehicles for Gold Board task force into Gold Board for omo tax force a omo ni omo adwuma into omo pese omo to cars ema omo a omo betimi e de akọ omo nyuma so akọ the various locations to do what is expected of them. Into we shall also reference is made to first of all let's tackle where this letter is going to. It is going to a company named Prime City Plus Traders Limited. Prime City Plus Traders Limited into omo ena letter way come ho in response to enkrata bi a few omo ho Gold Board ho na mo say reference is made to your proposal dated 5th August 2025 for the procurement of vehicles for the Ghana Gold Board task force into omo trema womo ebiem. Well, in other conversations on the internet, Beach said this one too is an outsourcing contract. So I said another no na ye kano. So munim nipa na yes Prime City Plus Traders Limited ni ye ne dia no more mashe that the contract na koma nipa no. And to say reference no proposal Prime City Plus Traders Limited the call Gold Board say omo person ye in charge of the contract where omo no mo de cast ebema Gold Board for no mo dia mo tax force for na ye juma. Also we are pleased to inform you that subject to approval from the Public Procurement Authority, which is PPA, your proposal has been awarded at the total contract sum of 39,880,200 Ghana cedis and 60 pesos Ghana cedis into 39,808,236 pesos VAT inclusive and womo edisa contract no Emma Prime City Plus Traders Limited. Also, please confirm in writing to the undersigned your acceptance of this offer within 5 days upon receipt of this letter. If accepted, you shall be required to sign a contract for the supply of goods. Please note that the delivery shall be within 2 consecutive weeks upon signing of a contract, and payment shall be made in accordance with the terms of the contract. We wish to congratulate you on this award and hope that you will deliver the contract on schedule. Yours faithfully, Richard Nukweku, Deputy Chief Executive Officer. Inti ono eno de nensa ehya ase a omuchem se o mama ne contract na sika no ena sese amanfo adwen ho se cars ahen ko na mo dia 39,808,236 pesos. And I'm with the edge sa contract. And I'm for Chema. Sami Jemfi is doing too much at a year the gold board honoma. Ebikra are calling for reshuffling of him. Ebikra Chemu say he should be removed from office because Nejumana Oyen I say or ye favoritism, family and friends and all that. And some have called that an immediate probe should be made into it because the money is too huge. 39,000 million. I mean 808,236 pesos for vehicle acquisition. I could see a whole lot of conversation on the internet. It be trade they are displeasant in the works of Sami Jemfi. Amongst all the appointees, I appoint you to the executive positions at various agencies and organizations. You know, Sami Jemfi na ne ho nsɛm dɔɔso from Range Rover to Standogbe scandal and as I say for Standogbe dey put there na wotwe mu ya and na ye ka ho asɛm a ye nkan wie ya just this weekend. So another one popping up. The conversation is on and on. Amanfo Chem said this is too much. Sabe the air koso ewo eye gold board honum. Is it because sika ebuso ewo hontina Sami Jemfi eye sana na say what at all is really happening at eye gold board? Sabe there Amanfo akole President John Dramani Mahama say immediately wonye no nche bibi emfanfa sa ensem we ehum. Now free Sami Jemfi ensemi so ebusuafo na yemfa ensem ni enwie dia na ye kwakopie mu the ongoing court issue so between the state and the former deputy director Edema the National Service Authority Mami Gifty Oware. The update ebaya na ye kasa about the facts and the case in the eguso ewo court sabre no wono ankasa ede appeal appeal court say omo emfa injunction na say omo halt the process so ewo high court ni because high court aka che ne say ombe name ne witnesses with their addresses and am ne ka say ye chema high court dismiss ne application no omo chemu say they omo jitu mu enye omo they are going on and on with a case that she was calling for a halt with regards to she bringing out the witnesses with their addresses. Now what you say and Bramuno and yes netie inti was say omo halt a case no and no and as abrea menewo kase de ababeto just say high court dismiss omo abuagu omo chirema the case will continue as it is and sabre de untimi nye de enye hwe na say abuagu there then you have all right to follow the leading of court no the court ne be cho say no enwa ena obeye there is nothing you can do about it. And to share and somewhere Chegundi said the High Court has dismissed an application by former Deputy Director of National Service Authority Gifty Oware seeking to halt the case until the determination of an appeal against the order to list the names and addresses of her witnesses during case management conference. In the case management conference, I call so no, and omuchem say there, High Court oma bonin sem negu. So that is what it is on your screens. Na me kind the amount. So Gifty Oware in the case no, it will proceed. Yes, ebetwa so na ako so it's say High Court ad dismiss the application na oka ho as what they call no senka omo hoti case no enya dia omo eje etumu. Enti eho amanebo ababetodwa enche yebekwa kotie ensem no mu details as to how and why abanesa. Now let's all get ready as we go and listen to the report based on High Court in decision when we take say ombe dismiss issue we yentie ensem we embra bucha eba yebeto aso.
So one remains say the national court meka enka deputy executive director National Service Authority I say Emra or Yepenny National Service Authority or Ghana Sika 38 million cities and our funding is and say a dindia or modisha moi na omuji loan and the man kalano we on national service and San Kalana over 9,000 no more yet in some 4. Baby and a same yena could do say Nano si ebekaya ye diamanibo ebe tu just say court national set na dance 4 or best friend woman. ɔmfa wo din na address ɛnto nkrataa so na ɔmfa mbrɛ court no na saa same way ɛma court ni ɛma saa order no anaasɛ esi sɛ gyinaeɛ no gift ɔware mensa ɛnam na lawyer for so ɛka kyerɛ court ne sɛ ɔmo gyina mmrande fa a ɛyɛ article 19(2)(c) so ai no ɛka sɛ yɛde kwadu bɔ obi a oni akɔ ɛndi kwadu no ho fɔ koti sɛ court bɛdi na asɛm wie enti ɔmo pɛsɛ high court no ɛma ɔmo kɔ supreme court na ɔmo kɔ gyi saa mmra no hɔ no ɔmo kɔ gyi nkyerɛmu ɛnso ɛyɛ high court no angye so penie ɛna high court no kaa sɛ high court no angye so penie high court no bɔ saa asɛm ni guye na efiri hɔ no ɛna gitawari mensa lawyer fo a oru agari ni mako na edi omonim ɛfa nka kyerɛ high court no sɛ gyinaeɛ na court no esi anaasɛ hyɛ na court no ɛhyɛ gitawari mensa so ɔmfa na dansefoɔ edi ngu nkrataa so na ɔmfa mbrɛ court no ɔmo kɔ challenge saa ɛnhyɛ no ɛwɔ court of appeal nti ɔmo san ba court high court no ɛbɛhyɛ high court no sɛ ɛbɛyɛ high court no mfa na asɛm die na ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ no ɛnkonkon hɔ kɔsi sɛ high court to court of appeal ebesi asɛm na ɔmo de akɔto court n'anim no ɛho gyinaeɛ nso ɔmo bɛka kyerɛ ɛyɛ high court no otemuafoɔ no tie ɔmo ano di sɛm nyinaa ɛma akɔadubɔfoɔ no kaa sɛ hyɛ na court na hyɛ gisawari mensa so ɔmfa nadansefoɔ din ngu nkrataa no ne kwan so ano no enti ɛnɛ ɛna court ne hyɛ sɛ obeti hu gyinaeɛ sɛ ɔbɛgye atum sɛ ɔde asɛm yie no ɛbɛkonkon hɔ kɔsi sɛ court of appeal ebedi asɛm na ɔmo de abɛto n'anim na ewie anaasɛ ɔngye ntum ɛnɛ ɔmo baa court no otemuafo ɔdri kɔkɔ bi tete saa request na anaasɛ ebisadeɛ na gitawari mensa alɔyafoɔ ɛde ato n'anim ɔmfa asɛm yie no nkonkon hɔ kɔsi sɛ court of appeal ɛbɛma ɔmo asɛm ɔmo de akɔto n'anim ne muayɛ no ɔngye ntum enti wabɔ egu na mmom gitawari mensa lawyer for say omo de ntokwa no omo nyankun wieye say court of high court ne say ontumi fa atem de no nkonkon no wabo agua ba ko na edikan eye say omo pe article 19(2)(c) nkyeremu no eno nso omo de eno nso akwa akoto eye court of appeal ema eno no omo say omo aye ho nkrata tem nyina entinyame ahye say court na ahye say 15th April omo mra ɛyɛ high court no mo bɛka sansɛm ni na no mo ka wi a ɛna otimuafo no ne ɔwɔ kafa ho no nso ɛno so ɔde bɛtudwa
yo Philippa yɛda ase papa ne
ɛwɔ hɔ ɛfa ɛyɛ mame Gifty Oware ɛyɛ the former deputy CEO ɛde ma ɛyɛ National Service Authority no na yekotie entremu na kyese otremu a eye high court judge a wotna Gifty Oware ensem no so ne tremu a ne nsem a wone ne lawyer fo ne ebeka ye se request o mo de ba ye se o mo mfa o mo witnesses ene o mo address emra no emfa emra kwemu no nso mo hwehwe mu no ene emra no ekọ pepepe enti wo ntimi ntina se entwen kopem se court of appeal ebetena nsem ne so ewie ansa na wo mato ansem ne so nsem ne de wo mo beto aso na so ne lawyers for so kire mu anya de a wo mo abemu ebebu. Now the case is getting interesting day by day. Yeah, hwe say no se court of high court dem so mo to aso ne de na che say we are heading towards somewhere with this particular case. E be che say this is good say high court judge no one tie na one hote the case, so the case will continue. A more update there ye the bebrem. Now on other cases eno nso ekoso ewo Ghana ha between the year OSP Yerakisi Ejaben and some other former mechanism appointees of the NPP-led administration by Nana Dankwe Kufuado. Yera Mustafa Hamid wono ene the former CEO at the National Petroleum Authority. Yenyina yenim se wono nso OSP Kisi Jaben ede kwa dubini ade abobo no ene nipa enson bia omo ka ne ho based on extortion any money laundering ewo NPA me no ka say no ya sign the fresh charges ni de bi wo dada o ya sign the fresh charges abo mo into on your screen so say OSP slaps Mustafa Hamid and 7 others with fresh charges over alleged involvement in extortion and money laundering at NPA, which is National Petroleum Authority. Enti already no ono ankasa na ni case ewo hodada ebusuya na yehwe asem no said de bekwa kosie eni ade na sabre de ye ne wo kase aba betodwa se ye OSP era special ye special prosecutor Kisie Jaben wasanso edukọ edu foforo fresh be 7 asan de abono a ye kiremu a na chese within the public office as the CEO the National Petroleum Authority then no na wode ye bukata jija manfo sika illegal collection ye kekabo mo abeye 291 million every oil companies ahodo ewo a sabre de ye chema OSP asan duedue mu a edi case for Friday den abebono na case for no mo de abebono no mo che no de na nso nti ye ba ne se sabre de wo mo agrant no bail ane na nipa baako say OSP withdraw charges against 2 defendants Albert Ankrani Isaac means and the last time we gave you that update. Today the Ebanese Mustafa Hamid and 7 others granted 16 million bail after pleading not guilty to OSP's new charges. Entina Ochema kwadu fufra OSP edi ababe bono no Mustafa Hamid ene nipa nso won eka ne ho no wo mo ekopie mu ewo court no wo kire mu se omundi bim ewo asem ne ho. Yes, there's asem they know nothing about it. They can't even agree to it. Say no cre say kwadu ayede bomb no omo a na omo eye enti me no ka say there ya grant wo bail of 16 million asem no eda so ekonkon ho a wo ehye say wo ebetimi ape asem no ano pomasibre na afi wo hu the final verdict ebe free judges for wo betina ensem ne so and how far OSP is willing to take the case because omo so omo guilty but OSP so trema they are guilty of it because womo Mustafa Hamid together with their accomplices using other accounts any idea and womo boom oil companies are therefore because we know say the National Petroleum Authority is in charge of most of the oil companies near their bids and everything passes through them until no so otewa eja moba no apekwan bisu no waje moba no apekwan bisu no waje ena nei ne to ade dia OSP enso pursue no ding on this particular issue as abede ye the fresh charges in so abono na osi onye guilty ntino ye money bail of 16 million Ghana cedis abusia. It's quite sad that this is happening, but yeah, baby, this issue, no, drew how far OSP be no more just say we enko baby because OSP cases are where the no ye who she ye nchi will be a dubois hen and am ho can do for a third Ghanaian Cecilia da paye who know then a Mustafa Hamid asemi baby, but then time tells it all. Tia baby and sem the back drew yenda mwase say munya bre edisha higher Pinaxtv.